Two ladders AB and CD are resting against the wall. AB is 10 meters above the base of the second wall, with the ladder CD 5 meters above the base of the first wall. So, here you have AB and CD. The CD is 5 meters from the base, and AB is 10 meters from the base, the distance from base to the tip of the ladder. And we need to find the height h at which the ladders cross. So if we are to look at the triangles, so first I will name this point as E, and if we are to look at the triangles DEA or AED, so triangle AED is similar to triangle CEB. So the reason being that angle ABC is equal to angle, so they are alternate angles to angle DAE. They are alternate angles. The walls would be perpendicular to each other. Then we'd have angle DEA is equal to angle BEC. They are vertically opposite angles. And therefore the third angle also would be equal for the same reason that the walls are parallel. So you would have angle ADC is equal to angle DCB. So these are also alternate angles. So with these two triangles similar to one another, so now what would happen is the sides would be proportional, the corresponding sides. So therefore we can write AD out of BC is equal to DE. So it will be the corresponding sides. So these two angles are equal, and this angle is equal to this angle. So it would be DE out of EC and that is equal to, so if we just say this, and then we can say that therefore instead of AD I can write 5, and instead of BC I can write 10. So therefore DE is to EC is 1:2, and therefore you can say EC is equal to twice of DE. So once we have that, then we can also go and say that CD equals CE plus ED. So CE or EC is twice of DE. So CD would be 3 times DE. So if we look at triangle ACD, and if I'm writing it neatly, in triangle ACD, what we would get is, once again you can say that CE and this angle. If I say this base, this point is suppose X. So, sorry, we'll come to that a bit later. So we can say that triangle CEX is also similar to triangle CDA, and therefore you can say that EX or H out of AD is equal to CE out of CD. So we can write H. Now these two triangles would be similar for very obvious reasons, that these two angles would be equal, and then angle C or DCA is common to both the triangles, and this is the height, so this would be 90 degrees, as would be angle DAC. So then I can write H out of AD, I know is 5, is equal to CE. CE I have written EC as twice of DE, so I can write it as twice of DE, and divided by CD is 3 times DE. So I can just cancel off the DE, and I can write H equals 5 times 2 is 10 out of 3 meters. So I can write this as 1 out of 3 meters, and that's the answer.